Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped?
You're gonna help us find him.
I work alone. You used to. I'm not gonna like you. I can tell right away, out of everyone here, I like you the least.
We are talking Red One.
What do the lonely do at Christmas?
Here is a quick synopsis. When a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole, an elf, extremely large and formidable operative, joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas. This is a movie that is currently in theaters and new this year, so I kind of get excited when I see that Christmas movies are coming out in theaters, and I make it my goal to try to see the new Christmas movies, just because I feel like it's an amazing experience to be in the movie theater watching a Christmas movie. Like, I love it. So, let's dive into the holiday drum roll. I'm giving this movie a slay or a 4. Overall, it was really good. I like the premise. It kind of reminded me of like a Christmas version of the movie Taken. And in this case, The Rock was the Liam Neeson character. It's like, I will hunt you down. I will find you. Yeah, so that's really what this movie was, and I just kind of feel like it was a different take on a Christmas movie. It was like action-packed, but the thing I loved about this movie is this movie used so much Christmas lore. Like, not only did you have Santa Claus, you had Krampus, which, I don't know, some of y'all may not know who that is, but, and then you had like, oh, I'm gonna butcher this name so bad, but it's like Gryler? I don't know how to say it, but she's basically like the Christmas witch. And it was just so cool how they implemented this. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know anything about the Christmas witch. So I actually had to like Google it once I got out of the movie. I was like, who is this person? Is this actually like a person in the Christmas like world? Who is this? And so I had to do some research and actually try to figure out who this person was. How they did the North Pole was like completely different. The thing that was cracking me up though is how they did the elves in this movie. Is, to me, they did not look like elves. They reminded me of Baby Yodas. So every time they would pop up, I would kind of chuckle a little bit because I was like, this looks so funny to me. I was like, Baby Yodas as elves. And another thing I really enjoyed about this movie is the message, because I feel like a movie can sometimes only be as good as their message. And I kind of like to watch movies where I get like a lesson or something out of them. And this movie, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of relatable to a lot of the millennials in the sense, because the main guy who is the Rock or Cal in the movie, he basically loses hope. It's kind of like, what's the point? Like, he's been Santa's bodyguard for like years and years and years. Like 800 plus years we're talking, like, because he's supposed to be crazy old in this movie. Yeah. He's just kind of at a point where he is lost and he's like, what's the point? Like, I used to do this because the kids and them trying to be good and doing this for the kids, but the adults are ruining it for him. And he's like, the kids become the adults. Like, why am I going to keep on doing this job? What's the point? Like, he's basically at a loss in life. And honestly, when I talk to a lot of my friends, we are mainly millennials. That's kind of like our overreaching theme. Like, what is the point? Because you can try so hard, you can work so hard, and you're like, where is it going to get you? Like, why? Like, it's just kind of like you feel at a loss. And that was kind of like how this character Cal was in the movie. And in the end of the movie, like, he was able to get hope back and kind of like rejuvenate his love for the job and his purpose behind why he's doing that. And so I give it a 4, because I will say that there are some dumb parts in this movie. Like, you're watching it and you're like, oh, okay. But I think the overall message and just all the Christmas like little tidbits that they throw into it, the fact that it was a different type of movie for a Christmas movie, I enjoyed it too. You also kind of got to dive a little bit into Krampus, which I know in the US we don't talk about him as much because it's more Saint Nick, Santa Claus, and he's kind of more other regions of the world. And you also just kind of get to dive into how the different like Christmas figureheads, what their main purpose is. Santa Claus, you have the naughty and nice list, while even if you're naughty, you should get a lump of coal, but do you actually? No. And then Krampus is more about the punishments, and the Christmas witch just wants everyone who has ever done anything wrong to be punished. And so I just enjoyed it. I thought just seeing the reindeer, like in this movie, they made a massive, and I was like, that's so cool. It was really just about like finding hope, I feel like is my big message, that is my big overreaching message that I got from this movie. And you know, I just really enjoyed it. So if you've seen the Red One, let me know what you think.
This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.